Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, Becky Lynch skips WWE Raw and does a bunch of stuff on social media.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you the real reason she missed Monday Night Raw.
We got a backstage update on Ronda Rousey's WWE status.
And a big update on Mercedes Moné's wrestling future. I'm Adam Wilborn.
Kermit the Frog with my hand.
What was Brock Lesnar dressed as last night, by the way? Yeah. Jeff Jarrett, but anyway.
Undertaker.
I prefer Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
This is the news.
All right, let's kick things off by talking about what Becky Lynch did before Raw. She caused quite the stir. Twitter, she changed a bunch of stuff, right? She changed her handle to her real name, Rebecca Quinn.
Sounds like a mum telling her off, that, doesn't it?
Rebecca
Quinn, go to your room.
Behave yourself. Get out of that wrestling ring. She blacked out her banner, but not her profile picture. And on top of all this, she tweeted, "I will not be at Raw tonight."
Ooh.
So, understandably, that got a bunch of people going, what on earth is going on with Rebecca Quinn, I guess. She got rid of her verification badge as well.
Big.
Do you have to? Do people who had that before have to pay for that now?
Yeah, I don't know. They all got hoided into the same group now.
Yeah.
So like sometimes people are followers, and I'll go, "Oh, cool."
Is this?
And then it's someone with, 20 followers, and
someone who likes to give $8 a month to that weird freak. Strange move.
Don't do it.
Strange move, but hey, you do you. Anyway, Fightful Select came through with an update immediately after this because people were like, "Hey, Fightful Select, what's going on with Becky Lynch?"
Hey, Sean Ross Sapp.
Hey, Sean Ross Scoops. And he unearthed some scoops and found out that Becky Lynch's contract with WWE actually expires in June 2024. Next year. Hey, next year. So Becky signed a 3-year deal when she came back in 2021. It doesn't sound like there's been any time added on due to her being away for a while since then. She has been dealing with some injury stuff that you're going to talk about.
Yep.
I think I've just spoiled your story a little bit there, but never mind. Becky was originally scheduled to be at this week's episode of Raw, but something changed apparently. Fightful note, however, that there are no known issues between Becky Lynch and WWE. Currently no word on whether or not they have started negotiations over an extension. June 2024 is quite far away, so maybe they'll leave that a little while, but yeah, there you go. There's some news.
Yeah. And the real reason she missed Monday Night Raw, it's nice to bring back a bit of an old gimmick, Andy Murray. Ben Roy Turner editing this news, isn't he?
He is.
Ben Roy, can you do one of those things? I don't know, it's a lot of work this for you, but I'd like it anyway. You know when you used to have to sing along and someone's head would bounce along the words? Can you do that, Ben Roy, with "It is a work"? Because it's a work. She's suffering from an injury. She's not quitting the bloody company or anything like that. Shout out to Worked Wrestling.
Worked.
They've come out of nowhere, haven't they?
Yeah, they nailed the Raw plans last night.
Do you know what? I think the big match is a handicap match. Worked Wrestling versus the tag team of Give Me Sport and WrestleVotes, who've been coming out with some great stuff as well.
I feel that that's unfair.
Okay.
Because WrestleVotes and Worked are anonymous. Give Me Sport is Louis Dangour.
Yes.
So he's got an unfair advantage straight away.
Good point.
I think it should be Masked Man versus.
What about mystery
Masked
opponents and Sean Ross Sapp is going to be hoiding there to counteract Louis Dangour.
There you go. Why not? Big fight.
We fixed it, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't fight. That's me.
And the handsome John Alba's just knocking around.
Yeah,
saw him in person. Oh my word.
He's a good-looking man. Very nice man.
Anyway,
too.
what are we talking about? Oh yeah, Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
She's suffering from a minor injury. Have we mentioned that yet? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the reason why she wasn't on Raw, as well as the fact that obviously it sort of furthers the betrayal aspect of Trish Stratus, and yeah, it kind of feel a bit dumb if Becky Lynch was just wrestling on last night's card and just sat in the back going, "Oh yeah, I'll just let Trish badmouth me for about 5 minutes probably." Yeah, it was also reported by Wrestling Observer Figure 4 Online that the whole thing was an angle, but yeah, she is legitimately suffering from an injury. Get well soon, Becky. I like heel Trish personally, and it's a big money match. Trish versus Becky, whenever they decide to do it. I don't know when they're going to do it. SummerSlam?
How do you do it?
Yeah. Drag it out till then? I mean, they're dragging Cody's title win, so.
They might. Yeah, I don't think many right-minded people saw the Becky Lynch thing and went, "Oh my God, she's leaving." I think it resonated quite immediately as some kind of worked shoot type situation. I think Bayley tweeted something as well, taking the piss, like I also won't, and then she was there on the show. But yeah, all of that stuff.
We're always doing four horsewomen bingo, aren't we? Obviously, Sasha's already gone.
Yeah.
But the other week we had Bayley. Now we've had Sasha.
Charlotte's taking a break.
Becky.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What's going on?
Charlotte's off.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Too many wrestlers. Ronda Rousey, do you want an update on her?
Yes, please.
What's going on with her, you might wonder? Because obviously, it was reported prior to WrestleMania that her and Shayna were going to have a title match, Women's Tag Team Championships, and maybe win those belts. That didn't end up happening. Instead, they were in the Sunday Showcase match.
Yes.
The 8-woman tag.
It was something and nothing, that wasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly was. Not the best offering that the participants have been involved in. And since then, the tag team titles have changed hands, but not to Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey, to Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. So seeing all this unfold, you might be like, what on earth is going on?
Yeah, technically, I suppose, because of what's happening on, I think, this Friday SmackDown, 2 separate teams are getting title shots ahead of them, despite the fact they won the showcase.
So Dave Meltzer's got the reason for this on Wrestling Observer Radio. Ronda's not cleared at the moment, so they can't do the thing, which was the original plan, her and Baszler winning the belts.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Everyone was saying she was sort of working through an injury, wasn't she, heading into WrestleMania? She's still armbarred someone?
Yeah.
I think it was. I genuinely can't remember the result of that match already.
Yeah, I mean, it was not the most memorable WrestleMania weekend match.
It wasn't even the most memorable showcase match that weekend.
Yeah, the first one was really good fun. So when the second one came out, I was like, oh, okay, here we go. And it was just kind of, it was okay.
Yeah.
Hey, it happened on the same night as some all-time classics, however.
Yeah.
Of course. So, Shane McMahon. There you go.
Hey, Shane still got it.
Yeah. No.
The greatest call of Michael Cole's career. It's the most memorable for me. It's going to stay in there.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way that my experience of WrestleMania would have improved, if I had a little earpiece with Michael Cole's commentary just for that moment.
It was cursed. Totally cursed.
Yes, but here's a question. Check this segue out. Any young presenters watching, watch this, right? Andy Murray,
No.
How does Shane McMahon's entrance theme begin? What's the words that they say at the start?
Here comes the money.
Speaking of which, Mercedes Moné.
Speaking of
I
clot.
hate myself. She is set to finish up her run in Stardom. Well, it's after April 23rd's All-Star Grand Queendom event, which is a great title.
Saturday, or whenever the 23rd is.
Wait
Maybe
a second.
Sunday?
420's Thursday, so
Of course.
go from there. Sunday. There you go. She's going to defend the IWGP Women's Championship against Mayu Iwatani. I just got distracted there because my brain, when I say Mayu, now automatically goes, Mayu sucks, Mayu sucks. She doesn't, obviously.
Yeah.
You're a bigger fan of this sort of wrestling than I am.
Mercedes sang a song. She
sang a song, yes.
Funny.
Dave Meltzer reported on Wrestling Observer Radio that New Japan / Stardom's parent company, Bushiroad, is currently negotiating with Moné, with the aim of booking her for one more match. No word on when exactly that's going to take place, but apparently the issue is, well, it may or may not be. I have no idea. I'm just making this up so I can get to what I'm about to say. It could be a monetary issue, and personally, Andy, I can't believe they've got so much insufficient funds. If you're not following what she does online, you're not a good wrestling fan.
Yeah, I mean, this Mercedes run has been everything I wanted.
Yeah.
It's been the combination of the great matches. The Kyrie match was sensational, and the freeway from the other week on the New Japan show as well. And just pure chaos outside the ring.
She put her through a table like nobody's business.
She put her through a table at a press conference. She put Mayu through a table. And the room was so echoey, it sounded like a bomb going off.
It reminded me of when I was in school and we did doing some exam, and the table's very similar to it as well. Yeah. And one of the what they called exam invigilators was just walk, and they have to walk up and down and pretend like they're doing stuff. I did it for a while, so I can comment. You're just making stuff up and standing next to the kid you think looks ugly and stuff. Sorry, someone stood next to you.
That explains why they stood next to me all the time.
But one of them, there was a hall, and there was a row of desks that weren't being used, and one of the invigilators just walked up and down and then went to lean against one of the desks, and it completely collapsed, and it was the loudest noise I've ever heard.
And no one could laugh either, so it's amplified tenfold. Yeah, I mean, she wrote a song.
You sucks. May you sucks.
It's really
May
good.
you sucks. Yeah, she sucks.
She did another wig reveal.
That she did,
the other week. So it's fun, man. This is fun chaos.
She's already had a taste of Moné, hasn't she?
She is, but now she's going to get the full bank account. I understand.
Bitch. Her words, not mine.
It's really good. I'm into this run. The chaos and the good matches. Long may it continue.
Yeah. I wanted to keep doing this, but I also want to see her in AEW as well.
I want to see her everywhere, to be honest. Apart from WWE, because Vince is back now. So
yes, no, thank you.
Not that, but everything else would be fine.
Yes. Right, let's move on to your Twitter questions. At WhatCulture WWE, of course, you want to get in touch with us. First question today comes from Ryan Menge, who says, "Greetings, gents, from across the pond. Watch you every day at my lunch. Hope you're having a good lunch. Let me guess today. Should we guess today's lunch for Ryan?
Cheese bap.
I was going to say cheese strings.
Oh, multiple cheese strings.
I mean, it's cheese related, Ryan.
McDonald's. Ooh. Double quarter pounder, double cheese.
Ooh, open challenge.
You gotta see, the thing is, the quarter pounder with cheese is really good. But when you get the double version of it, it is a bit dry unless you add like extra cheese. So that's my tip for the day.
First time ever, I did that whole order on the app and just sit at a table and have some servant bring it out over the weekend.
Hey,
felt like a king.
I'm gonna have a dine in McDonald's soon. That's the life of luxury, isn't it?
Got a £10 voucher to use as well.
Oh,
that
brother, that's because you have to wait an hour and a
half.
half.
Wait an hour for hang on. Fast food. My pregnant wife, not a fan.
I can understand.
Anyway, Ryan says, after Raw, thoughts on Rey versus Roman for the Universal title, or all the belts, at Night of Champions, having the LWO versus the Bloodline.
Yeah, I mean, last night's show closing angle meant that is quite an easy direction to now pivot into.
Loved last night's finish.
It's good. They're actually doing Stable Wars pretty good.
Tony could learn a lot from this. Tony could book some faction stuff.
Don't rile people up.
I'll say that for Sige on the Raw review.
Please do.
WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcast from. Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, that's a believable direction that they could pivot into. They've booked Roman and Rey not too distantly in the past.
When he chucked Dominic out of the planet.
Just sent him into orbit, didn't he? But yeah, I mean, they need something for that pay-per-view. They don't currently have anything obvious lined up. Yeah. I think that this is a good, believable direction to go in.
Yeah, exactly. Roman's not working. Backlash, Night of Champions, you've basically got an option of pretty much anyone not named Cody Rhodes, because we all know that he's not winning the title there, and whoever faces Roman is obviously losing, but it'll be a valiant effort, hence why when they did the Saudi show last time, they were like, Logan Paul, and it seemed to work. Yeah, Rey, Shinsuke's been suggested since he came back with his dominant victory over Madcap Moss. Riddle is another one I would suggest. But they're now doing that with the Bloodline, aren't they? So that's out of the picture. So yeah, I'll take Rey.
There you go.
Love me some Rey Mysterio, despite the fact he's a deadbeat dad. Jonathan Rivera, regular contributor. Thank you, Jonathan. Says, since she's about to be a free agent soon, how do we feel about Jordynne Grace squashing Jade Cargill?
Squashing?
For the TBS Championship. If there's one person who could believably take her out, it's got to be staring us in the face, right? I like that pick.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's bold for sure, but sometimes bold booking just is really great and goes over really well. Like Brody Lee squashing Cody would be one of my favorite examples of that. Yeah, you could do like a shock and awe type thing. So it's not like Jordynne Grace completely outclasses Jade, but Jade doesn't take her seriously and goes, who's this person? They're like, ah ha ha ha, and then just eats a move and then.
I assume Jade's taller than her.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. So you could do that, and then Jordan can have a run, obviously with the belt. Bit of a different run to Jade because she's a better wrestler than Jade, so she can have the longer matches
more experience.
And stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas Jade's has been more of a Goldberg type run, which is I love that too. So when I say that Jordan's a better wrestler, I'm not slighting Jade. No. I like both of those things. You could do that. Shock Jade, kind of knock her down a few pegs. Then go to Japan for a tour.
Ooh,
learn some new skills.
I like that,
Add a few tools to the toolbox. Come back as a babyface. It's good run.
Say come back as a toolbox for a second.
Come back as a saw.
Wrestling
a
wrench.
Toolbox. There you go. I don't know.
Why has Cesaro never been called the Swiss Army knife?
Because it's cheesy. Swiss cheese. There you go. Full of holes.
He's got a few holes in his game.
Oh god.
I really like Jordynne Grace because they quite clearly, as much as I really enjoy the Taya Valkyrie stuff, which is the first time they thought, should we actually do a storyline with Jade for about 6 months?
Yeah.
Since the Red Velvet stuff, they were just like,
well, they fast forwarded that through that in about a tenth of the time it needed.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
They're doing the Taya Valkyrie stuff, which I really enjoy, but I think Jade's going to win that one as well because you sense the person who's finally going to dethrone her. Although at least the plan was going to be Chris Statlander.
Yeah, I still think it will be Chris Statlander, but I like the idea of Jade kind of learning a lesson and going away for a little while. And yeah, like a tour of Japan or something for 6 months would be
there's a good, and that's a better way to write her up rather than a close fought victory, because then you'd be like, well, why wouldn't you want to come back and at least have another shot at it? If you were like, blown out of the water by a Jordan Grace or a Mercedes,
shocked.
or a Mercedes Moné.
I think Jade. I love Jade. I think she's awesome. I don't care that she can't really work like a 4.5-star match or whatever. I think there's value in the Goldberg-esque presentation, and I know that's not everyone's favorite thing these days. But I'm really into it. I really enjoy it. And,
she's got an aura about her.
She does. She's got a presence. But that being said, if she was to just work with some different people and pick a few things up, I think that'd be very good for her.
She was backstage at Wale Mania, and I went full Ric Flair. Holy shit, here she comes. Sorry, Ben Roy. A lot of work for you today. Final question. I've teased this for you this morning. I'm in a bit giddy today.
Evidently.
Yeah. Alberta Booze Cruise. Ready? And get serious here, Andy. Okay. Who wins in a fight? Phil Brooks as Larry, or Phil Chambers as Salty Sea Dog?
Oh my goodness.
I said to him this morning, this is the hardest wrestling question I'm going to ask you. Who you backing?
Larry.
Wow.
Larry. I've met Salty. Lovely dog. Doesn't like humans.
Yeah. Good point.
Good.
He's a good dog to other dogs.
There you go. Humans, no shot. I think Larry could. I think Salty could probably beat Phil Brooks in a shoot fight.
Probably.
I've watched Phil Brooks.
And I've watched Salty.
Yeah.
Chasing me off a boat once.
He'll take your throat out, man. But against other dogs, maybe he's a bit soft.
Larry's got that dog in him.
We know Larry can survive a door to the face, so we know he's already tough.
Forbidden Door. Is that where they're booking it?
Forbidden Door, man. There you go. Hey, Larry. Sorry, Salty.
Sorry, Salty. But good, both of them, good boys.
Yeah.
And finally, I do apologise. I was meant to do this yesterday and I completely forgot, and it's sort of a bit pointless after the event, but it's still a nice thing to do. So congratulations to Leslie Pasquale Esposito, the wife of the brilliant David Esposito, who regularly gets involved with the podcast and what have you, and asks us questions too.
Yes, legend.
Who, Leslie...
Was it David who sent us the Zubas? Legend. Evolution of loungewear.
So Leslie, yesterday, whilst you and I were sitting on our fat arses, ran the Boston Bloody Marathon.
Oh, bloomin' heck.
In 5 hours and 14 minutes, which is impressive enough. Congratulations on doing that. An amazing achievement there, Leslie. But this, Andy, is 1 year after she had thyroid cancer surgery.
Gee
so just
whiz.
Amazing work.
That's awesome.
And she was running it for Massachusetts Eye and Ear, which was the wonderful hospital that took care of her. Please go and see if you can find a place to donate for her. If you need her bib number, for whatever reason, it was 26611. But Leslie, amazing. Congratulations. And any spare change you've got that you can donate to this fantastic cause that helped Leslie and motivated her to do this amazing thing, please go and do it. But well done, Leslie, from all of us at WhatCulture.
That's crazy. I mean, it's like a huge achievement in and of itself. Like training, planning, executing a marathon, but under those circumstances, that's awesome. That's so sick.
I think we should be able to put a picture of her with her medal up here. Bing! More work for you, Ben Roy. Do apologise, but congratulations,
Put the sound
Leslie.
effect in as well.
And David, thank you for getting in touch regarding this. Right, let us know your thoughts on that, and all of today's news stories in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcasts from, for daily wrestling podcasts. Myself and the Dadley Boys sitting down to review Monday Night Raw, and look ahead to the show formerly known as NXT 2Play. A little bit later on today. Thoughts, Twitter questions at WhatCulture WWE. Watch there. You can follow both of us. Follow Andy Murray at
Andy H. Murray. The H stands for Hoop 59, my big fat Greek hoop.
Ooh, a big technical classic for tomorrow's news then, because it's tens, isn't it? That's the rules with Hoop Manias.
That's right.
Follow me on Twitter at Adam Wilborn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. But for now, my thanks, Andy Murray. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.